So very good afternoon. So all of you joined in live class. So today a new point that we are going to learn. Okay, so let me switch up the fan so that it can be audible to all. So already the lesson it is over from that unit. So today one poem will cover. So this is very important poem. So I'll be so you all have the textbook. So you can go with the textbook and we'll try to learn so many things on that. So the poem you can see when I set out for Lyonnesse. So written by Thomas Hardy. So written by Thomas Hardy. Okay. So when I set out for Lyonnesse, so just waiting for a minute, then I'll start. Okay. So we have to understand what is that Lyonnesse and what is the meaning of this set out. So I'm telling you, set out. It's a kind of phrasal verb. Okay, set out. All of you should understand set out. This is a kind of phrasal verb. PHRASAL phrasal verb. Clear? So this is a kind of phrasal verb which means to start a journey. Okay, to start a journey. Set out means to start a journey. Sabini, are you able to understand? So when I set out, when I started my journey for Lyonnesse, you see the title of the poem, when I set out for Lyonnesse means when I started my journey for Lyonnesse. Who is saying this? Thomas Hardy. So Thomas Hardy, all of you should understand Thomas Hardy. One of the beautiful story I'm telling you, Thomas Hardy, that if you have gone through that, I don't know whether you have read it or not. Far from the madding crowd. This is one of the novels written by Thomas Hardy. So far from the wedding trout. So I think this is available in net also. You can access that one. You can read that. So this is one of the beautiful poem when I set out for Lyonnesse written by Thomas Hardy. So and Lyonnesse, this is a place, an imaginary place which is situated in England. Lyonnesse, this is an imaginary place, not real place. But it is believed that in your textbook also you can see, if you have the textbook, you can see it what actually this is. Lyonnesse, you can see in your textbook. This is written in your text. In Arthurian legend. So legend, all of you understand mythology legend. So in Arthurian legend, the mythical birthplace of Sir Tristram, Lyonnesse one, this is a place where it is believed that Sir Tristram, Sir Tristram, Sir Tristram was born. It is believed. But this is not fact one. So the birthplace, mythical birthplace of Sir Tristram in England. Now believed to have been submerged by the sea. But in fact, whether you believe in legend or mythology, I don't know. But I'm telling you, this is an imaginary place. Okay, but it is believed that the birthplace of Sir Tristram, which is given already in your text, also you can refer. So in your text, it is given. Yes, very good. British poet and novelist. Very good. So no. So I'll be coming back to the text here. So when I set out for Lyonnesse, so Lyonnesse, at present you just think that this is an imaginary place, an unreal place, but the poet has started his journey to that place. So as a young apprentice architect, he is an architect also, the poet, British poet also and novelist, Thomas Hardy, once visited of Paris to supervise the restoration of his church. And on his return from the Paris, people noticed two different things about him: a new glow in his eyes and a crumpled piece of paper which is sticking out of his coat pocket. And that paper, it is recorded in one of his biographies, contained the draft of a poem. And you are going to read this beautiful poem inspired by a visit to a place which the poet calls Lyonnesse. Okay, so I'm telling you the introduction I'm giving you so that if I ask you, then you should be able to tell me. Okay, Manthan, the introduction I'll give you so that you will be able to tell me. Yogeshwari, now you should, all should be attentive. Now this poem, the poem when I set out for Leonis, it is all about the poet's journey to an imaginary country by the name of Leonis. There is one unreal country named Leonis. Whether it is existing right now or not, we don't know. But in fact, there is no such country named Leonis that is exist or that exists. And his transformation after returning back. What you find in the poet before he traveled to Leonis, he was something different. So when he came back, something different you will find. The people noticed a great transformation change in him. And what the transformation or change, that in the course of poem, while you are reading, you will be able to understand. So this poem, when I set out for Leonis, it is all about the poet's journey to an imaginary country by the name of Leonis and his transformation after returning back. In order to understand the poem, we must first understand its background. If you have to understand the poem, all stanzas, then you have to understand its background also, so that you will be able to understand. And if I take you to the background of the poem, then you should understand that it is believed. Already I told you also that it is believed that Leonis, once upon a time, it was a country that, according to Arthurian legend, Arthurian legend, according to Arthurian legend, or Arthurian legend means you have to understand one king name was there, King Arthur. There was a king who was living, and the name of the king you can see King Arthur. Did you understand? King Arthur. And this is the country Lyonnesse. This particular country I am telling you, it was very close to England, but exactly you can't say that this is in England. A country near England. Okay, so before sinking beneath the sea, so it is believed that once upon a time there was a country named Lyonnesse. It used to exist, and it was sunk in sea. डूब गया था समंदर में. Right now, it doesn't exist. So hence the poet imagines going to that city. Okay, going to this place. There is one church here. The poet used to remember that once upon a time, there is so and so country used to exist, and there was a beautiful city, and that in that city, a beautiful church used to exist. So he has gone to visit over there to find whether restoration can be possible or not. Now in our colony, see, repairing it is going on. The building it was used to fall. So the people they have again started reworking on it. Okay, they are trying to make it new, constructing it. Similarly, he is an architect, the poet also. So he has gone to see a church whether it can be restored. The church is dilapidated, it has been broken, it has been spoiled. So the poet is trying to bring it back into its former condition. That is why he has gone to this place. So the poet, who is an architect, went to supervise the construction of a church in Cornwall. One place named, I am just one place was there, Cornwall. You should remember one Cornwall. This is a place. Okay, a country near England, or this is one country also you can say near Cornwall. Cornwall. This is the name of the country. Country. Okay, this is the name of that country. At present, you can say we are reading in your text Lyonnesse place. Okay, here the church was there. Here the church was there. This is a small country, Cornwall. Okay, so here the church is there, and the poet has, and this particular place I am telling you, it is very close to England. Cornwall, this is a place. Lyonnesse, we are calling it. So Cornwall, okay, Cornwall, one church, it's there, but now it is believed that it has been sunk in sea. समंदर में डूब चुका है. So the poet has gone to see the church, and the church is not in a good condition. So the poet wanted to repair it because he is an architect. Let's see what happens when he is visiting this place. In the text, we'll come to know when he visits and when he returns, especially what happens to him, what the changes you can see in him. A tremendous change you can find in him. People noticed it. People marked a tremendous great change in him. Okay, so the poet, he is an architect, so he went to supervise the construction of a church in Cornwall. There is one church I mentioned. There he met Emma, who later on became his wife. One lady he met when he went to that church. So there is one lady named Emma, Emma, Emma. Okay, it is not mentioned in your textbook. So he visited the church because he is an architect. He wanted to restore the church, which was in a dilapidated condition. She wanted, and he met Emma over there. And later, this lady became his wife. The lady became his wife. Yes, Arush Kumar, it is not mentioned in your text. Everything will not be mentioned in your text. Okay, these all things it is not mentioned. But you should know the story, the background. You have to understand before you come to the stanza of that poem. So you should know the background also, how it happened, when is that particular place, whether it is really existing or what. So everything we have to understand. So literature is something that which can take you to float in the cloud of imagination. The readers has to float in the cloud of imagination. So everything real you don't find in literature. Some real also you find, and some unreal, and a lot of suspenses. Thrilling episodes also you'll find in literature. That is why people love to read literature book. So mathematics, science, these are all based on fact. But literature is something which can take you into a world which is full of imagination, colors, fantasy. Okay, so stories, ghost stories, some adventurous stories which can take you into a different world, and you love to be in that world. So children world is full of imagination. So small children love to listen ghost stories, all these past stories, mythology. Okay, so how many of you really are interested to listen like the past stories which happened in uh, so many years before? How many of you love to listen all such stories? Okay, Sonu Tiwari. Okay, Bani. Okay, Chinmay Badane would like to listen past stories. Very good. Some stories are very very interesting, and especially when you are told, when you are being told the story related to the past happenings, then these are very interesting. Okay, and something which is not really associating or relating to any reality, that can give you more charm. Some stories are there which are not at all relating to any reality. It doesn't show any real aspect of life. Okay, so the reader every time they are in suspense. Okay, what is going to happen next? So these all will give you. It will create interest in you. Okay, so anyhow, so you came to know that the author, the poet Thomas Hardy has gone to Cornwall. Okay, there is one church here. The church is not in a good condition. And during the course of visiting, he met one lady over there, Emma, and later on he married her also. Okay, so this is the background of Lyonnesse. So Lyonnesse, we have to understand that this is not a real place right now. This is not a real place, but it is believed. People used to believe. Once upon a time, there was a country named Lyonnesse which used to exist. It is an old belief. But at present, no such country which can exist in world map also. Okay. Now come to the text. Now this poem is altogether divided into how many stanzas? Three stanzas. The poem I'm just writing clearly. I'm writing for you so that you will be able to understand. The poem, it is subdivided into three stanzas. Divided into three stanzas. First, second, and third. Clear? Total how many stanzas are you finding? Three stanzas. First, second, and third. Clear? So we'll discuss them line by line, and also we'll understand the meanings of difficult words. Clear? The first line it is given that when I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away. When I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away from the point where he exists right now. He's a British poet, so all of you know him. So he started his journey for Lyonnesse. Only he had to cover how many miles? 100 miles. 100 miles. Suppose the poet is standing here. The poet is standing here. Okay, in this point. Then Lyonnesse is there. So how many miles the distance you can see? 100 miles. 100 miles it can cover. Where the poet is right now, so he has to cover to Lyonnesse how many miles? 100 miles distance. Like that, 5-6 kilometer from Garchandur, from Ambuja to Garchandur, 5-6 kilometer. Similarly, Chandrapur to Garchandur to Chandrapur, you know how many kilometers are there. So the poet, wherever right now he is, and is planning to visit Lyonnesse. So from here to that place, how many distance? How much distance you can see? Only 100 miles. Okay, so this is a particular place, Lyonnesse, I am talking you or telling you, Cornwall that I discussed with you. That place, it is very very near to England, very very near. Or you can say also part of England also, but it is not such mentioned in topic, but close to England, near England. So when I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away, the poet is saying that I had to cover only 100 miles. Then my journey will be over. A short distance only he had to cover. The rhyme was on the spray. You see that meaning? The rhyme was on the spray. Rhyme was on the spray means small ice crystals on the spray. On the spray means leaves and branches. Rime means frost. The frost was on the spray. On the spray. Just wait for a minute. The ink is here. There is no ink, so I have to put ink here so that it can work. Okay. Just wait for a minute. The spray, the frost was on the spray. Okay, rhyme. Rhyme was on the spray. Rhyme means it is still not working. Okay, wait. Rhyme means frost. Frost. Okay, and on the spray means on the spray means leaves and branches you will find. Leaves and branches. Clear? On the spray means leaves and branches. So in the first stanza, the poet says that when he set out for Lyonnesse, which was 100 miles away, which was 100 miles away. Clear? Very good, Sonu. And there was rime, means there was frost. And frost means small ice crystals on the spray, means you can see on leaves and branches small drop of ice crystals. Small ice crystals you will notice. It means frost was there. And this particular line, it gives you an insight into the climate. You can better understand the climate by that time. It means it was winter season. Which time was there when we are talking about the frost here? So when the poet traveled in the first stanza to Lyonnesse, so the season was winter season, and thus chilling cold was everywhere, isn't it? There was just chill. There is one song named, I think somebody can remind me what is that song named? What is the name of that song? One Hindi Bollywood song is there. Just chill and just chill something. Mandan, you remember? What have you written, Sonu? Okay. So frost was there on the spray. It means the line gives you an insight into the climate. It was winter season and severe cold was there. Chilling cold was everywhere. And in poetry, I'm telling you, winter symbolizes doom or sorrow or darkness. Hence, the poet seems to be hopeless. See, when the poet is mentioning all about rain on the spray, the frost is mentioning, it means that I'm telling you in poetry, this will come in examination. In poetry, this indicates what? Sorrow. It indicates sorrow, gloom, sadness. Gloom, gloom means sadness. What it indicates? Sadness. It means that the poet was not actually happy. The poet was really hopeless. Nobody was there. All alone he is working. Nobody accompanied him. In the first stanza, the poet is traveling to such a beautiful place which he has heard, and he is imagining a church over there, how it can be restored. So when he is going alone. And in poetry, I told you that winter season it can symbolize doom or sorrow or darkness. Also, you can say clear, because inside question will be asked in exam. Simply you will not be asked that you explain the first line or second line what you are understanding. Some inside meaning you will be asked. So winter season, winter time, it symbolizes doom or sorrow or darkness. So this is very clear that the poet seems to be hopeless. Clear? Now in the second stanza, sorry, another line also we can see here. The rhyme was on the spray and starlight lit my lonesomeness. You see the particular line, starlight lit my lonesomeness. What is that starlight? Who is able to understand? Can anyone text me what you are understanding from the line? The starlight, Bani. Can anyone text me quickly? Quickly. Samini, what you are understanding? The starlight lit my lonesomeness when I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away. So starlight lit my lonesomeness. You see that particular line, and can anyone text me quickly? What is the meaning of this line? Starlight lit my lonesomeness. Starlight lit my lonesomeness. Can anyone message me? Yes, light coming from stars. Mani, you have given. Lonesomeness, starlight lit my lonesomeness. You see this phrase and you tell me what the meaning you are finding. Sabini, R.S. Kumbhari, you have written, he had no idea what would happen during his stay at Lyonnesse. This is not the answer I expecting from you. So I am asking you the meaning of this particular line. The starlight and starlight lit my lonesomeness. This line I am asking you. Starlight lit my lonesomeness. You see, check this line and answer my question. Who is giving me quickly the answer? Anyone? Nobody? Bhargav, yes, starlight coming in the in alonesomeness. What is this meaning, Bhargav? Starlight, you are understanding? Where is Savini? Don't write yes sir, no sir. Answer my question. Starlight lit my lonesomeness. It means the poet feels very, very lonely. Lonely he feels. And the starlight. And starlight means the twinkling stars, the light of which is very, very less. I am not asking you moonlit night. Starlight, I am asking you. It means twinkling stars, the light of which is very, very less, very dim. Did you understand? And his only hope. So, according to him, the twinkling stars lit takes away his lonesomeness, loneliness. Only who was with him? The starlight. Lonesomeness means the loneliness. The starlight only it can fill the gap. The starlight, nobody was accompanying him. He was all alone. So he was really lonely. He felt very lonely. So who accompanied him? Those stars which were shining dimly, not brightly also. The light was very less. So those twinkling stars who were appeared in sky, they were the accompanies for the poet, or they all accompanied the poet. So the poet never thought that I am all alone. These all stars and moons also they are with me, especially the starlights. They are with me. Clear? These all stars which are appearing in sky, they are with me. He is walking alone, so these all are with me. So they are filling his gap, the loneliness I am telling you. So the poet repeats the first two lines. According to him, all this happened when he set out for Lyonnesse, which was 100 miles away from his home. The first stanza only you have to understand it symbolizes hopelessness and a quest for something. Really, he needs something. He's going there. He's expecting something. Let his expectations be fulfilled. Okay, so while he's traveling, the poet is describing one thing that the whole stanza it can tell you, it can symbolize hopelessness and a quest, a thirst for something. Clear? So, who is not able to understand the first stanza? I think it is very, very clear to all of you. Though you have understood, write you in chat box. Quickly, you write you in chat box. If you have understood, write you in chat box. Nothing is there. Very simple thing it is given. The poet is traveling to Lyonnesse in a winter season where chilling cold is everywhere. And I told you also what is in winter season referring to. It can symbolize sorrow, darkness. In poetry, winter season means it is a very negative sign you have to understand. Spring, that is the best, but winter time It refers to darkness, sorrow in human life. Hence the poet seems to be hopeless. But to fill the hopelessness, who were with him? The twinkling stars which appeared in the sky. So the poet is mentioning that, I am very lonely actually, and those starlights, they are only my hope. The stars which are rising in the sky, the stars which are shining in the sky, they are only my hope. Nobody is there with him. So he feels very much bored. But still, he's somehow hopeful that at least the stars are there with me. So anyhow, we'll come back to the second stanza. So you go through the poem, and second and third one, tomorrow I'll complete only, and some questions and answer we'll discuss. Then I'll directly jump into your supplementary readers and stories will read. So till that time, goodbye, take care. Thank you very much, all of you who was joining. And slowly, I'm finding the number of students which is being disappeared here, means getting less. Like the twinkling stars, the light of which is very less. Similarly, the number of students also here is very less. So the way you show your the way you attend, the number of students who are attending accordingly, the number also in your examination I will provide, and especially to them who are attending. Okay, so thank you very much, all of you.